Realizing that everyone is born with a soul that will last forever, our vision as a church is to do all we can to reach people's hearts and change the destiny of their souls. Nothing matters more in the universe than where one spends eternity. Here at Grace Fellowship Church, our vision is very clear. We want to reach people with the gospel of Jesus, teach them how to grow spiritually, and then send them out to reach others. As you are about to see, our philosophy and means of achieving this vision is very unique: building relationships. We believe relationship building is the key to reaching people with the life-changing gospel of Christ. Here is our vision and our story. Grace began as a church plant in 1959 with just a few families. Remarkably, I'm only the fourth senior pastor the church has ever had. Grace has seen many changes throughout the years. Our name has changed, our ministries have changed, even the people have changed. But the underlying message has always stayed the same: transforming lives through the gospel of Christ. My predecessor, Gordon Smith, has taught me that longevity mixed with integrity both influences the present and leaves a legacy for the future. He is certainly leaving a legacy. I've been here since 1995, but I feel as if I've just started. I have a vision for this church that's full of excitement, energy, and passion. I believe God has extraordinary plans for us as we commit ourselves to doing everything we can to build relationships with people, to reach them for Christ. We are moving forward with power as God is using us to change the very destiny of people's souls. While we are excited about the future, we realize we are also building upon a solid foundation built in the past.
They had a vision back in 1959 to start several branch churches in the neighborhood around Fort Wayne, and we were one of them.
I joined the worship team. I was 13, and I had just come out of a really hard time, and that has totally turned my life around.
It's like our family. We've actually been, we have closer friends here at the church than we have in our families.
As Grace Fellowship goes forward, undoubtedly some of our methods are going to change, and maybe the form of ministry and worship will be modified, but the basic principles on which we were founded will not change.
Because God has already used our church to reach many people in our community for Christ, we have more than quadrupled in size in recent years. We went to multiple services in our existing building and are now meeting at the local high school every week. One of the ways we are building relationships is by engaging our community. For example, we tutor Hispanic children every week. We teach English as a second language to their parents. We also provide various children and adult programs and many other things in the community to meet the needs and interests of others for the purpose of relationship building. Because our focus is building relationships with our community to reach them with the gospel, we made a strategic decision to build facilities that will support this relationship building philosophy. Therefore, we plan to take the 82 acres of land that God has given us and develop a campus of facilities that can be used as tools to build relationships. Things like a recreational facility, a youth center, skateboard park, community theater, children's center, immigrant center, school, softball fields, soccer fields, tennis courts, and much more. Why do we plan to build a community campus with all these facilities? To build relationships with others with the goal of reaching their hearts for Christ. As you can see, this campus will be a place for the whole family to come and enjoy.
As Grace continues to identify different needs out there and doesn't wait for people to come to our door, we go to them. I think that we'll be able to meet the needs of the next generation.
I think the church is, because of the breakdown of the family, we have a great opportunity of ministering to younger people. And I think we're going to have to attract them through ministries that are attractive to them.
But I think it will help us to be able to be relevant in many ways when we're reaching out to people. The bottom line is it will help us to be able to build relationships.
Because we are not building for our own comfort but for others, the first facility we will build is a youth center. In the future, this building will be devoted primarily to youth, but for now our entire congregation will use it. Because our philosophy is building environments to develop relationships, you can see our cafe lobby is an expression of our relationship building focus. Relationships will be built in this area as people sit around and enjoy cappuccinos, sandwiches, and ice cream floats. It will be a place for the entire family to hang out and converse with others. A place on Saturday afternoons where we can watch the Final Four basketball tournament, football games, baseball games, or many other sporting events. A place where our senior saints can have recreational activities, Bible studies, and develop relationships with others. We will utilize this space in more ways than you can think of to build relationships for the entire family in order to reach people for Jesus and teach them how to grow spiritually. As we walk into the great room, here's where we'll have our corporate services for the first several years. This will also be a room that will have many different functions for the purpose of relationship building. We will use this space for things like concerts, plays, movie nights, Super Bowl parties, banquets, conferences, basketball, volleyball, pool hall tournaments, and other activities for both teens and the entire family. It is all about using facilities creatively to build relationships. As we walk into our nursery area, this will be a place that's safe and secure, a place that's exciting, relevant, and extremely interactive. Children will look forward to coming to this high-energy place. This youth house building will also have various classrooms and offices so that our entire church can utilize it for several years until we can devote it purely to youth. But whatever we do, our goal is to be extremely intentional and purposeful in everything we build.
But I think just the possibilities are limitless. I think even for people our age and anywhere in between, we can just be creative and use it 7 days a week.
Word of mouth, telling people about this wonderful congregation that we fellowship with. You've got to be here to experience it.
It's an exciting place to be. There's never a dull moment here at Grace Fellowship, and it's a church where God is daily and weekly stretching us in our faith and showing us how He's working behind the scenes to accomplish bigger things than what we've ever seen, and that's exciting.
Well, as you've seen, our building plans are not about how we can build a place of comfort for our members, but on how we can build relationships with the community. Yes, GFC needs a home, and this campus will serve us as our home. But Jesus tells us it's better to give than to receive. Therefore, our focus for this campus will be on how it will be a place of giving to others. Now, we realize this vision is way beyond the financial resources of our humble congregation. But we really believe that God is going to raise up many people, both inside and outside of our church family, who will make significant financial investments to help us see this vision come true. When people give to a vision like this that affects so many people for generations to come, these are the kinds of gifts that never stop giving. Perhaps God would lay it on your heart to make a financial investment to help us see this vision become reality. As you have seen, our vision and passion is to reach people's soul, teach them how to grow spiritually, and then send them out to reach others. We are doing this through the avenue of building relationships. Would you prayerfully consider financially partnering with us as we reach our community and world with a life-changing message of Christ? GFC is committed to this vision, and we believe God is going to use this campus to turn thousands of lives to Him for generations to come. To God be the glory.